Hello and welcome to Rev Sports. I'm Gargi Raut, and joining me today is Shomik Chakrabarti and Bharat Ramraj. We'll be talking about the fourth T20I between India and Australia. Final two matches in the series remaining. The series is leveled at the moment, with the first match being a washout, but with Kuldeep Yadav returning back to India for preparation ahead of the India South Africa Test series and a few experimentations that we've seen in the past match, what is the playing 11 that India will go with? Shomik, do you think India will go unchanged, or are you expecting any surprises?
Um, uh, I don't think so. I mean, now that Kuldeep is not there, maybe they will try to do a little more permutation and combination. And as Morne Immortal, the team's bowling coach, said at the post-match press conference after the third T20I, this series for us is about doing the experiments, and they will continue with that experiments. I think all the changes we have seen so far. Uh, with Sanju Samson playing at number three, number five, and then getting dropped, everything. But I don't think, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think they will tweak the batting order. They will tweak the batting order in the sense, uh, see, last match the team batted well, they chased down things well, and um, given that, if you take if you look at Jitesh Sharma, for example, he has got one game and he has contributed. So I think he needs one more game. It serves no purpose giving someone just one game and then dropping him. So it serves no purpose. So at least a couple of games they will want to have a look at him. I don't think India there would be a tweak as far as the batting order is concerned. As regards bowling, also last match Harshit Rana was dropped. We have to see if he returns to the fore now that Kuldeep is not there. Although it's a different profile, completely different profile. We have to see. But once again, you cannot drop Arshdeep Singh. So that change is also all but ruled out. The way they bowled out in the last game, also that change is all but ruled out. Maybe there is maybe there could be just one change in the lineup. Otherwise, I expect them to go with the same 11.
Bharat, what are your thoughts? Kuldeep Yadav is returning to India, has returned to India, has been released from the squad. Arshdeep bowled pretty well. Do you think Harshit Rana is coming back, or do you think the changes that we've seen in the third T20I, with Jitesh Sharma coming in, with Arshdeep Singh coming in, the management will persist with these two changes to see how they're performing?
Yeah, maybe they will pick Rashid Rana. If they want another pacer, they might go with him. And in the batting lineup, I don't think they will make too many changes. I see Jitesh Sharma getting another chance. Good, it was good from his point of view, from India's point of view, that they picked him at number five because I think he's a good finisher. We have seen that with RCB, how he played in the 2025 IPL. Yes, I understand Jitesh Sharma has a problem against hard length. His strike rate at one point of time against hard length in T20 cricket was just 53. It has improved to about 100 now. Hopefully, it will keep improving, but I think it deserves a few chances. I think India will continue with that same batting order. Maybe they will pick Harshit Rana if they want one more bowling option, or they have to go with someone like Shivam Dubey at number eight and pick Washington Sundar at six. So then they will be left with only five bowling options. That too in that couple of all rounders.
Um, Here are a few questions Musical Being is asking. Shomik, you can take this one. Something off topic, but why are Rohit and Virat shying away from playing List A games? What else was there? List A games, they are not playing against South Africa A in the unofficial ODI series, which starts on November 30th.
Maybe see, I mean, we talk about the game time, and on the face of it, you'd like to have them some game time going into because yeah, unless they are calling it quits, they will be part of the ODI series against South Africa. But at I mean, all said and done, this is I mean, this logic has merit. This is a pretty sound logic that both need some game time. But then again, it we are talking about Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. and the two very, very, very experienced players. They are the best judges about their preparations, how to go about it. If they need India A games, they would have played. Maybe they think they don't need India A games. So it is about that intensity also. It is about getting into that intensity also. Uh, for players like Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, when it is not at the absolute highest level, it is a tad difficult for them to get that kind of intensity. So we should leave it to Rohit and Virat, given that they are Rohit and Virat, and let them decide what is the best preparation for them. We spoke about both Rohit and Virat short of game time going into the ODI series in Australia. And what we saw, Rohit Sharma returned as the player of the tournament, scoring a 73 and then an unbeaten 100. Yes, Virat Kohli scored back-to-back ducks, but the way he batted in the final game at Sydney. So, I mean, you cannot argue. I think they are the best judges about their preparation and leave it to them. It is not, it's, for example, we are not talking about Sai Sudarshan. We are not talking about Sai Sudarshan, for example. We are talking about Virat and Rohit, and leave it to them. They probably don't think they need India A games, and it is for the players of that level. It is a difficult task to get that intensity going when the level drops.
These are the visuals of the People First Stadium sent by Shubhayan. If he is able to, he will join us soon and, of course, give us tell us about what the build-up is like over there. It's a very small town, and not many games happen there, but it is buzzing quite a bit. These are visuals from about an hour back, so obviously, as we get closer to the game, the build-up will keep growing. But another question, Bharat, that I want to ask you is when it comes to the Australian squad as well, we saw that Josh Hazelwood was released before, and now Travis Head and Sean Abbott also have returned to Sheffield Shield. What are your thoughts? This is not a depleted Australian side, but definitely missing its star players.
To start with, I'm not very sure why Australian selectors are so fascinated about Sean Abbott. That is maybe for another debate. He got into the Ashes squad as well because he's not performed well in first class cricket either. Yes, Australia also will try to experiment. Obviously, Ashes is around the corner. That's a big ticket series, so a few of the main players will be missing. But watch out for this kid, Beard Man. If Widler was not injured, he would have played. But obviously, Widler is out with a back injury, so they are trying this. His under 19 teammate, former under 19 teammate, Beard Man, is a good bowler, nips it back a lot. So is I think one to watch out for. So even if they don't have Hazelwood or a few others, I think they have got a good replacement in Beardman, and I think he's a better bowler than Sean Abbott.
Shomik, a lot of people saying that Sanju Samson should open, but I don't see that. The chances of that happening are extremely slim with, Abhishek Sharma, obviously, and Shubman Gill already being there. Don't see Jitesh Sharma being dropped after one game. So, your thoughts on Sanju Samson finding a place anywhere other than his
Uh,
usual batting?
See, Sanju Samson is either you send him as an opener or you don't play him at all, because Sanju Samson's game is tailor made for opening the innings, or maybe at number three, but number three doesn't have an opportunity with Surya. I mean, in big tournaments at the World Cup, Surya would be batting there. Now, as regards opening the game, now when Shubman Gill is there, he has been brought back to the T20I fold as the vice captain. So it's given that he will partner. Only if, as far as this particular game is concerned, if the team management decides that they want to rest Abhishek Sharma for a game, only then will you see Sanju Samson coming into the playing 11. Otherwise, I don't see him getting into the playing 11. But there is, I mean, resting Abhishek Sharma is fraught with risks. Number one, because he is your main impact player who can take the game away from the opponents if he stays there for the 5 7 overs, the game is yours. It's tough like that. He has that ability. Number two, he is just one format player. He doesn't play in Test cricket. He doesn't play in the ODIs. So he is just one format player. So in terms of that, he doesn't need to manage his workload as well. So that is the thing. I don't see seriously. I don't see Sanju Samson getting a game in this. I mean, getting into the playing 11 as far as this game is concerned. But that doesn't mean he will not be in the scheme of things for the T20 World Cup. See, I think it will depend on how Jitesh Sharma, or whether Jitesh Sharma at down the order, whenever he's getting chances, is getting into the group, or and is he inspiring the team management's confidence? If the team management feels that yes, Jitesh Sharma, we can trust him down the order, then that's bad news for Sanju Samson. But if the team management feels no, Sanju Samson is a better option, still is a better option than um, Jitesh Sharma, irrespective of his batting position, um, then they will go with that. We have a few T20Is in the lead up to the World Cup. After today's game, there is one more game in Australia, followed by the 5 matches. South Africa, then New Zealand will come. So gradually, as we go closer towards the World Cup, we'll get a clear picture of what is going to be the core 11 for the big tournament. And one more thing, Gargi, we can talk about this later. There is a bit of trouble in Australian cricket. We can come back to this later.
Definitely. As of now, Daniel Matthew here is saying Sean Abbott is the OG Harshit Rana. And also, there is another question here, Bharat, that I'd like you to take. Siddhant Pandey is saying Beardman is the worst of the worst T20 bowler. What are you saying, Bharat, sir?
Oh, he's definitely underrating him because he's just 19-year-old. He's good quick bowler. He's someone who has a nip packer at the age of 19 and or 20. If you want Beardman to become the next great fast bowler, then you're expecting too much. He's still very young. Watch out for this kid. At least in Test cricket, he will become a fine bowler, workhorse, has a good nip packer. At that age, you don't expect someone to reach stratospheric heights or celestial heights. That is the age to learn, especially in T20 cricket, where a batter is always going after, always taking risks. You can't expect an inexperienced bowler to reach such heights. As far as Sean Abbott is concerned, I am always fascinated why he keeps getting selected over a period of 10 years. Every time Australia need a replacement, they bring in Sean Abbott. He doesn't have pace. He doesn't have much bounce. He doesn't have a great deal of the movement either. He got into the Australian squad for the Ashes test as well. I still can't understand that. Maybe Harshit Rana gets picked a few more times than Sean Abbott, but you can tell that Sean Abbott is like Harshit Rana for Australia.
There's also a question here. Musical Being is asking who will be Abhishek's opening partner in T20 World Cup 2026, Gil, Samson, or Yashashwi? Most probably should be, wouldn't it? He's your vice captain. He's the vice captain of the team, so don't see a reason why he won't be there.
Unless, absolutely, Gargi, I totally agree with you. Unless Shubman Gill is falling into a rut, that is low scores in 5 6 games at a stretch, I don't see a change. That is going to be the opening partner. And Shubman Gill is too good a player to, to have that big a follow period. 5 6 games without scoring runs. So I don't see that happening. So on the face of it, as things stand at this moment in time, although things can change very quickly in sport, but at this moment in time, it's sort of locked in. This Abhishek Sharma and Shubman Gill partnership is locked in, and unless there is a serious lane patch for Shubman Gill, so I don't think the opening combination would be changed. And as we see this Gold Coast from here, the Gold Coast pitch looks a batting beauty. I don't know whether it is soft or not, because from here it is impossible to judge whether the surface is rock hard or it is a tad soft. But as we see on telly from here, it looks like it is a batting beauty.
Few more questions here, lots of questions coming in, so I'll take as many as I possibly can. Um, Ashish Shandilya is asking your views on the rule where Pratika not getting the World Cup medal despite 300 plus runs and played almost full tournament except obviously the last two matches. What do you think, Bharat? I'd like to get Shomik's point of view on it as well, but rules are rules. What can you say?
Yeah, it's written in rules. You can't do much about it. Maybe they could have made an exception for Pratika because he scored over 300 runs, but still they followed the rules, and that's what basically happened. I just want to add one more point on Beard Man. The poor guy has played only two T20 matches and has taken 3 wickets at an average of 12. So, where did that particular guy already make a judgment that he's the worst bowler in T20 cricket? I can't understand. He's just played two T20 games and 5 listed games. In 5 listed games, he's taken 12 wickets at an average of 17.75. He's a proper good bowler, and I think he's a much better bowler than Sean about.
Okay, Shomik, your thoughts on this? Pratika
Pratika Rawal,
Rawal, yeah.
Pratika Rawal, Gargi, as you said, you have summed it up very well. Rules are rules. You can't go beyond that. You can't tweak that, and you can't tweak it for one individual. I mean, your heart says, okay, she deserves a medal. Of course, she deserves a medal. But what to do? I mean, you are tied by the rules. You can't do
Okay,
anything.
we have the playing 11 here. We have Shubman Gill, Abhishek Sharma opening. At number 3, Surya Kumar Yadav, Tilak Verma, Aksar Patel, Shivam Dubey, Jitesh Sharma, Washington Sundar, Arshdeep Singh, Varun Chakravarti, and Jasprit Bumrah. So no changes
No change.
there, no surprises at all. This is the exact 11 that I was also expecting, and I'm sure Shomik and Bharat would not have expected anything else. I don't
Exactly.
There was no space for any more experimentation, I believe. This is the best 11 that you possibly have. This is one of the strongest playing 11 that you can put out there. And India have done that. Uh, Taking more questions here. Okay, this is a good one. Viraj More is asking at what point do you think India will settle on a stable lineup and stop experimenting, given that there are only two T20 series left before next year's World Cup?
See, the thing is that India have been experimenting with players who are good enough. It's not that. I mean, there is a huge difference between when you are bringing on Y instead of X. The Y is still capable of winning you games. You saw that with Arshdeep Singh. Arshdeep Singh was not getting games. He was, I mean, he was, despite being the highest wicket taker for India in T20 cricket, and he was brought in and he instantly made an impact. So this is the bench strength. This kind of bench strength India has. So it's not about now that Jitesh Sharma is playing because Sanju Samson are trying Jitesh Sharma. Suppose in the fifth ODI, hypothetically, if Jitesh Sharma doesn't play and Sanju Samson comes back, on the face of it, can you say that India will be depleted? Because Sanju Samson is equally capable of doing, standing up to be counted for India, and he has done that in the past. So it is not that India are bringing on lesser player while they are experimenting, and that's the advantage that Indian cricket has, which the other sides don't. So we should. This is a problem. This is a happy problem to live with, and we should embrace that. We should feel. We should consider ourselves lucky that we have such a strong bench strength.
Your thoughts, Bharat, on this? Do you think the Indian management, is very, very close to its, final playing 11, or rather a solid core?
I think so. Most of the players pick themselves. That's what I believe. There are a couple of slots I think that could change. Might be it's one of the opening slots. I'm not very sure. Yes, Shubman Gill is the vice captain, but if he keeps failing for a few more matches, and there 4, 5, 6 matches, then his place could come under some kind of scrutiny. Yes, I understand he's the vice captain of the side. India could still be thinking about the number 5 slot. Yes, I understand Jitesh Sharma has got a chance or two, so it is his opportunity to nail it down. So I think these are the 2 slots I think India are still thinking about. Otherwise, most of them I think pick themselves up, including Arshdeep Singh in India's best 11. I think he would get in T20 11. And definitely, when you are thinking of spinners, Varun Chakravarti has is someone who has definitely touched his peak, and Kuldeep Yadav and Akshar Patel. So India have all their gun spinners playing. So I don't think there's much to change. I think only a couple of slots, especially if Shubman Gill continues to fail, then I think his place will come under scrutiny.
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. Shubhayan has joined us from the Gold Coast. Shubhayan, tell us what the build-up is like. Uh, the weather looks nice so far. Australia has won the toss, chosen to bowl first. No Travis Head, no Josh Hazelwood, no Sean Abbott. For India, unchanged 11. What are your thoughts?
I think from the Australian perspective, it was expected because all the Ashes bound players have been released, and Adam Zampa, it remains his with his family for the birth of his second child, so that is why he's not here. But again, from the Indians perspective, I think they would want to seal the series first, make it 2-1, ensure that you are not losing the series, and you will see plenty of changes in the last match at the Brisbane. And since it's a very new ground for this Indian team, first match being played between India and Australia men's international, so it's a relatively new ground for all the players. They don't know how this drop-in pitch will behave. The ground dimensions are very awkward here. So for them, it is better to go with the same 11. I was expecting a few changes in the 11, but I can understand why they have not made any changes. But in terms of build-up, plenty of Indians. I'll show you around the crowd here. Plenty of Indians here, although no one is stopping because they all are excited to go inside and catch up with the action. Not a lot of fan bites here, but you can see plenty of Indians. Plenty of Australians are also here. So in terms of tourists who are around, they want to watch a big ticket event. This is a perfect opportunity for them to come here and enjoy what cricket is. For Indian community, not a massive community here, but you can see plenty of Indian people. All of them have come here, and they are going to witness history because again it's the first India match to be played here in terms of men's cricket.
Looks like a
Shubhayan,
very yeah.
Gargi,
Go
just
ahead.
I have one question for Shubhayan. Shubhayan, when you say that the ground dimensions are pretty odd here, can you give us a bit of the lowdown on about the ground dimension?
Sure, sure. So it's typically, wait, I'll just switch the camera. So it's typically an AFL ground. Some matches of NRL also is played here. But in terms of this stadium, this is typically an AFL ground, and dimension, the field of play is massive. But the way they had shaped up the boundary ropes in the build up in the last couple of days, it felt like the square boundaries, at least the mid wicket,
Okay.
square leg, point, and extra cover region. That area is going to be massive for the batters. The straighter boundaries are short. So for someone who likes to play in the V, use the lofted straight shots, he is going to find it pretty easy to clear the boundary. But someone who tries to muscle it towards the mid wicket region, or play inside outs towards the extra cover region, or play square of the wicket, someone like a Shivam Dubey muscling it over mid wicket is going to find it pretty tough to clear every. If the ball is mistimed, if you don't time it sweetly, you have high probability of getting caught out in the deep. So that is the boundary dimension plus the pitch also, because I think this venue has hosted 3 women's international matches, one women's test match so far. So in terms of cricket matches, BBL matches have been played here, but not a lot of international matches. It's a drop in wicket. So I don't know. Nobody knows how it is going to behave. It has been pretty sunny in the build up to this game. So a lot of the pitch has soaked in a lot of heat. So I'm expecting it to be a bit on the drier side. I'm expecting the spinners to come into the play, and due to the longer square boundaries, I won't be surprised if if all the pacers mostly use the back of the lane delivery, shorter lane delivery, just to make the batters pull and go horizontal and have higher chances to get them out.
All right, Shubhain, you can take this final question because you've seen the conditions and the pitch over there. Freaking Awesome is saying, do you think one bowler will not bowl today in the second T20I? Aksar didn't bowl, and in the last game, Washi did not bowl.
I think you have to go and watch the Morne Morkel press conference. He has clearly stated, that this team is now for this particular series in the build up to the World Cup. This is the series they are targeting as to experiment to use different player in different situations. We were saying it before the Morne Morkel press conference, but officially it's on record now that this team is using this series for the players to, put them in difficult situations, put them in situations where they generally don't operate and try to get the best out of them and or try to see whether they are part of the kind of brand this team wants to play. So in terms of the team looking to not bowling everyone, it's just part of the plan. Yes, matchups are important. Yes, winning the game is important. But even if you see and Abhishek Sharma bowl and over more than Varun Chakravarti, don't be surprised because they are trying to use. I'm just giving an example, but that is also a possibility because this team is trying different things at this moment.
Well, thank you, Shubhayan, for giving us the updates. We'll see you very soon at the end of the game. So, everyone watching, don't forget to join us then. We'll be back very soon. Thank you, Shomik and Bharat. We'll be back